gets. Like Conker needs to run into the middle. Same with the Beastmaster. Tiny as well needs to get there. So if you can sustain through that initial jump, then you don't particularly need to be the ones initiating. Oh. Very nicely done as Winter Wyvern will give over first blood, and it's going to be KXY that finds it. So, oh no, a split. Apologies to the tower. So all the gold's going to get, you know, unfortunately not getting all the first blood bounty for KXY. Would have loved to have that early bottle, but they do get the kill onto the Winter Wyvern.
That's our money, you know? That's the thing. You want to make sure that it's split throughout the team. Again, these are multiple heroes that need to hit their timings. And even just with the mid lane, love the... with the bot lane, with the Conker. Look at his item build. Blades of Attack, first item, and just stats. He wants to clear out these Eidolons as quickly as possible. So I'm liking the fact that he's going down this route.
I really wonder how they're going to be able to play this lane, honestly, from Oscar and LTH. Because we were mentioning that like a Dark Willow Enigma lane doesn't sound the greatest at all, and now you've got the Conker, one of the best matchups into the Enigma. So I'm honestly not quite sure what their idea is going to be. Maybe they just play to really keep the hard camp open and just constantly try and pull back the creep wave.
Step lively now.
Yeah, possibly. I mean, you've also got the Wyvern who went the level 1 Arctic Burn. I'm not sure if I'm a massive fan of that, just because I feel like with the Splinter Blast in this lane, like Parker was almost one-shotting these Eidolons, at least at level 1. So if you just have that little bit of extra damage coming from the Arctic Burn, then suddenly a lot of this lane dominance that you've got from the Enigma doesn't exist anymore. Yeah, just have a look at how much these Eidolons take if he's not microing correctly, which he is for now. So nicely done by Oscar.
Look at him just sending them all the way to the right side. He's like making sure there's no opportunity for Parker to be able to find those denies. Do take a look at the opposite side lane and how this one is starting up at the moment. Frank on his ever so comfortable Beastmaster into the Slark lane as well from Malzva. Has he got a stick? Yeah, he's got a stick, which does have a headdress as well. So just gonna look to play the sustain in this lane. I feel like SG are gonna be more than okay.
I like it as well. So yeah, that was not just the players. This server is so bad. Bro, they're blaming the Argentina server. You can't be doing that. There are so many good people. Messi, for one.
Are you even a soccer fan?
Yeah.
Are you actually?
A little bit. I'm a casual soccer fan. I go for Newcastle in the Premier League.
Oh god. Yeah. Well, that's why you're casual.
Oh god. It's because my dad's a Geordie, bro. You got to support the family line.
Step lively now. Your admiral is on board.
That is very understandable on why you're only a casual supporter, because Newcastle has not been good for quite some time.
It's our time, bro. It's happening.
Right. Sports talk. Sorry. We have to stop.
All right, here we go. So, top side. I mean, I like the fact that obviously you've got this Chen to be able to counter out the Call of the Wild build on the Beastmaster, but it's not like it's his only build, right? You just go into the Wild Axis. You're totally fine.
You can't be... Look at yourself. It's just... He's got way too many vials. This guy's balling out. It's like, all right, I'll use this one instead. What level is actually... Why can't we see the battle pass level? I thought we... Actually, I can't. Hang on. So, he is... 2,000... Wait, no. 1,250. So, yeah, this guy's got plenty of vials to be able to spread.
That's juicy.
Radiant's courier has been slain.
Just KXY go and take it away one of these hard camps that they were trying to build up here on Michael. But they got both of them blocked up, so there's not going to be any kind of stacking going on the Ancients, which of course a Conker or a Tiny needs.
Mid lane
KXY.
Okay. There's might actually be able to get the kill. One more right click, but KXY has got a fairy fire. He's got a tail. No way they get back around. KXY is madman. Oh, he'll still get the damage out afterwards. Now back to top lane as Shen goes down. Malzva stealing up a lot of essence, but Mike with the bot blocks allows Frank to get out, but still the Mirana's going to be cautious. Slark, he pounces in. He's going to go forward, gets the last right click. The arrow, unfortunately, not having the mana for Michael, so Malzva will get out, and he's even thinking about trying to catch up to Mirana, but Michael will juke to the left and not continue to chase the Slark into the tree line.
Frank just getting a little bit too close there. I mean, that was a Slark that had stolen 10 essence stacks at that time, an extra 30 Agi at 3.5 minutes into the game. There's no way you're going to be able to survive that.
LTH will end up going down. Affliction along with Parker.
At least we're not stuck in court.
Thought the creep might get him.
These goddamn ghosts.
Look at his build, man. Look at Kuka's build. Double blades of attack. He's just like, these Eidolons will not exist if I have anything to say about it.
Yeah, and you see Oscar's kind of had to go for a very early buckler just to maybe help out a little bit with the Eidolons. I know it is core into the Wraith pack, but early in the lane as well to give you that little bit of bonus armor against the right-click damage. I kind of like the adaptation.
Don't mind if I do.
KXY doing here looks like he's about ready to snipe another one of these hard creeps. Ends up getting it as well. The poor Pinecone. Yeah, there's just action all around the map right now. I'm interested to see if there's any like additional armor items being built up by KXY in particular. Again, I was mentioning it before. That period until you're level 10 is where you're most vulnerable. And he's actually going for the power treads instead, I believe, instead of the phase boots. Kind of surprising.
Go Midas.
I didn't need that armor.
Oh, nice.
Man, he's just landing all these hooks.
So you keep track?
No.
Well, it does have the level 6. So this is a nice thing that we did particularly with this lane. The fact that you have Pudge has got a ridiculous amount of base damage, which you can often just easily win a matchup in regards to the CS and Deny's advantage. But Tiny, he's one of the few heroes that can actually match up versus the Pudge. So we see the CS chart is relatively even between the two.
And I feel like he's going to look to trade much more now with the Pudge, right? He's level 6 on Leo style. So he just wants to make sure that, all right, I've got the armor advantage. Phase boots, grow. There's no way that he's just right-clicking me down. Look at this. How often do you see at 5 minutes an Enigma just bullied all the way back towards the triangle? You are a lane dominator. That's why you pick an Enigma, and Infamous has completely countered that.
Trouble towards the triangle. Really nice wraparound from Leo style, and he's able to secure just a solo kill. Maybe Mirana was nearby to soak up some experience, but nothing crazy. And it didn't have to commit too far from the lane as well, so he's already back and he up the farm.
I like the KXY and LTH have been invading the enemy jungle. You just took away a double stack there on the Pudge with the Rot. Of course, got the Arcane Rune as well, so could quickly look to use the Dismember just to make sure he's not too low and able to join into some of these ganks. Parker might be in a little bit of trouble. Not quite level 6 yet, but KXY's not quite quick enough. It is that quick Blink Dagger as well that he's going for. But do you really want to be blinking in super deep when you don't have armor against a very physical damage heavy draft?
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I think maybe topside. Frank will try and go for a kill. Yeah.
Frank, almost enough mana for the roll.
One more.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
He's not level 6 yet.
We've got the Chen coming. Any TPs? No TPs. In fact, it's going to be Radiant that's smoking top. I love this play. You've got the catapult wave. You've shoved the Slark out of the lane. You are lacking mana, though, for Frank, but you're expecting someone on SG to defend the tower.
Yeah. Just, he's been mana burned. They ended up killing the Satyr Mind Stealer creep, but Alzvert still isn't level 6 just yet. Little chuckle there. Oh, they found him. Do they have the damage? No, Michael's just off. Doesn't even end up landing onto the Mud Golem with his Sacred Arrow, so it's a big movement that doesn't actually result in anything. So good presence of mind there by Malzvert to be able to dodge that one out, and as soon as he's level 6, he feels so much much more comfortable, excuse me, of staying up in this top lane on his own.
Step lively now. Your Admiral is on board.
Do you feel like there's any big winners off the back of the laning phase? Because the net worth is looking relatively even between the two.
Pudge is the big winner. Like, he was able to obviously be part of that first blood. He got the solo kill before he died, so he had that experience advantage over the Tiny. He's been able to snipe away a couple of creeps as well. Rotation top. Hook. I mean, these hooks, man.
Arrow just gonna sidestep it, and now Leo style. He'll be the first person killed off the Centaur Conqueror. Starting on to 2. Incredible micro coming up from Frank. Mousever's looking to push on 4, but he doesn't have anyone playing behind him at the moment because KXY, he's actually tried to turn with the Dismember to get rid of the Centaur. A little bit of payback for finding the double stomp, but it costs his own life there. So Infamous, they find 2 and only lose the Tiny.
Going in a little bit too deep there. Malzver doesn't really have the trees to be able to play around with anymore in terms of his Shadow Dance regen, so doesn't want to go too deep and commit himself. Oscar, at least he's already been able to pick up that Plat's offering for himself.
The Dire's poor top tower. Can its end be drawing nigh?
Okay with the scaling, but this is what I was talking about, right? If the Pudge didn't have such a great lane with a lot of these rotations, with stealing away the stacks, with being part of the first flood, with getting the solo kill, it would be all three of Infamous's heroes at the very
This is
top
not good
right now.
Parker's top. Master's ultimate still on cooldown as well. They're gonna look to get the combo. Beautiful timing in the dark path, and no one goes down. Slark slips into the tree line. They will finally get the tower. They have to bring an extra member to be able to do so. But SG are farming across the map. You've got Enigma getting catch up down bottom. Vlad's completed for Oscar. You've got a double damage rune that's going to be secured for the Pudge, which could maybe lead in. Oh, okay, he's not going to go for the rune.
I'll take that. The direst elements are
I mean, he might be baiting it.
Okay, never mind. It's not there. I don't know what happened. My map's
That's just on the map. Yeah. That's the one that Pudge had previously when he made his rotation on top. But through this time, it's going to be picked up by Leostyle. Invis, exactly what you want. What level is Pudge? Level 8. So again, only 3 armor. This is not what you want as a Pudge. You are just so squishy in this super early game.
Leostyle with the Invis he just picked up at the 10-minute mark. Beautifully done. Gets the kill, and now they've got the catapult as well to move to the tower. And Slark is not in fighting shape. This hero cannot team fight early on at all. Nazwa's going to need plenty more items to show up, and even Oscar as well. So they might have to give up this tower.
You'll certainly will have to, even looking to get rid of that siege creep as well. Thing that would have stopped the continuous push coming through. Maybe if you're able to get a great hook coming through from XY, but
Dire's middle tower
in the state to be able to do that just yet.
We all saw it
He's
coming.
just had dagger delivered to himself, but and broken record. Don't think he really wants to participate in anything until he's level 10.
Look at this. Is even make sure he keeps the dagger out of sight. They do have a hawk just in front of the tower, but they're not going to see smoke from SG. That was far enough back where Infamous weren't able to find the vision, and they're going to look to move top. They do see Frank under this observer ward. It's a pretty big kill if they're going to be able to find it. KXY incredibly slow though.
It's not quite level 6, so there's no way for him to interrupt the dismember either. Yeah, they see him. Quick to get out.
Is under attack.
KXY's going to dismember the creep instead. They wanted to have to deal with the Beastmaster. The chain control won't be there. Actually, KXY lands a hook, and the rest of Radiant, they're slow to connect. With the Bedlam damage coming through for the level 6 on LTH, they'll find a double kill. And now Oscar's here for the team fight. They've got the raid pack freshly completed. But look at the combo onto the Enigma, but the hand-to-god sustain might be enough, and now they could think about turning it around. They've got the Black Hole at the ready if required, but they won't even need it. As SG ESPORTS, easy fights for them to take. They found their items, and they instantly look to move top to take them.
Nicely done. And the big thing there is it was a small misplay coming through from Michael. Ended up hitting the Wraith Pact a couple of times, but all that damage that came through, 30% reduction is super significant, right? That is completely dead on the Pudge if they're able to connect through with that damage, but you just see what instantly happens with that turnaround potential. I like their movement, though. I like the fact that they wanted to be going together top as a team. You don't have a glyph to play around. You want to make sure you're taking away this jungle, all these places for the Pudge to be potentially farming. So, honestly, wouldn't even hate it if they went for the move again, now that you've got the Winter's Curse on Affliction.
Uh-oh, Conquer. Big kill if they're going to be able to find it. They've got the Dark Ruin nearby for the damage. And they're going to find him. Oh, no. This blink on KXY, they're getting so much out of it.
Dire's middle
well
tower
above
is under attack.
expectations. So